Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by Simph, One CFO, Y Spaces, Credit Hero, Tiwala, Gate Genius, Cooltech Portfolio, and Red Circle Global. Check out our partners in the description.
Welcome sa Startup Podcast PH, inspiring more Filipino entrepreneurs and innovators. We're live now in Zoom. Hello. And we have iOS, the AI-powered search engine purpose-built for professional knowledge work, precision answers, verified sources, zero ads, and complete privacy. And we have the founders, Nico Barillano and Phil Wee. Hello. Kamusta?
Hello, kumusta?
Hello.
Doing good naman.
Ayan, si Nico and Phil. Phil is actually live from US, no? And si Nico, although Golden Gate, how do you call it
Bridge.
again?
Golden
Bridge
Gate
ang
Bridge.
nasa background. Ay, nasa Philippines naman. But anyway,
Yes,
very
sir.
exciting, itong ating startup now, AI-powered search engine. But I guess I let you do the introduction na lang para mas tama ang ating masabing intro. So, Nico, Phil, ano nga ba ang iOS?
So iOS is built for professionals and researchers. It's a AI search engine. Uh, Mainly focus niya is to at least give researchers and professional work a verified source that they can cite in their work. At the same time, it can at least fasten the research process instead of like doing an hour or 2 hours of doing manual research, manual checking, that sort of thing. Our job is we help you synthesize and find verified answers for your work. Essentially, that's the thesis that we're trying to solve. And the purpose of iOS talaga is to really help lessen the, alam mo yun, parang tons of links na kailangan mo to go through and sometimes unrelated links, that sort of thing. So we built iOS for that.
Yeah. I'll go straight sa question, why not Google? I mean, I'm sure you have used Google before and I'm pretty sure you found a problem or parang meron kayong problem na gusto. Kumbaga may hindi nagagawa sa Google na gusto niyong gawin. Maybe in your professional work nga, meron kayong gustong i-improve. So, yeah, I'll answer that straight away. Ano ang meron kay iOS na wala si Google? Or like, why not Google basically?
So why not Google?
Or why not,
Essentially,
or why not,
yeah,
or why not any other search engine basically?
yeah. Essentially, it all comes down to verified sources. Um, Kasi especially right now, Google has this AI summary, right? Where when you do search, it does a summary. It gives you like links and stuff, sa mga uh sources. But essentially, it all comes down to how verified the information is, and the sources that yung pinupull up niya, is it valid for your research? Kasi most of the time, when you do Google search, or let's say the ChatGPT, kasi we're in the AI space, it usually paano ba? I wanna like make it understand to people na most of the search engine, especially like ChatGPT, that sort of thing, naka-focus kasi sila on terms of research, keyword searches. So most of the time, the sources na kinukuha nila is from Reddit, or some hack na itong website is lagi niyang name-mention 'tong mga keywords na hinahanap mo. But when you read the website, or you read the content of that source, it doesn't really is not really relevant to your search, or to your work. It's not really citable, because sometimes, especially on some of the sources, it's just spout out na this is the information without really backing up with verified sources or verified citation. And it's very crucial for researchers, and if you're doing like business analyst or analytic work, you really need those like data and sources, and that you can cite. um that's why we built iOS, na we're not trying to compete with Google. What we're trying to do is we want to cater on the professional field, on the enterprises, or on the high knowledge professional work. That's what we called it. And we we're not giving you like yung AI spout or AI blob. That's what they called it. Kasi most of the time, especially let's say on ChatGPT or Gemini, when they're built on a way na it pleases users instead of giving the right answers. So sometimes, and like most of the times, it hallucinates. So yun yung you really can't like cite, or you really can't you know, use it for your research yung hallucination, your or build your business on a guess, or that sort of thing. So that's why we built iOS, not try to compete with Google or with this like giant tech company, ChatGPT, that sort of thing. But we're trying to hone down on this specific market, this specific problem na for researchers na okay, let's help them do the manual work and like fasten the process and fasten the process of verifying and looking for citation, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I want to add to that. Basically, what Nico is trying to explain, and I want to add to that, no, is we don't want to be a general purpose search. Like, when you talk about Google or Bing or any of those other public, like general purpose search out there, like people who want to check for the latest NBA scores or people who want to check the latest news. Uh, what we're trying to focus is yung mga specific task na and specific sources na hinahanap ng mga researchers. Let's say sa medical researcher, they're looking for a specific paper with that indicates a specific chemical or drug that they want to deep dive in. So at iOS, we want to provide very precise, very accurate answers for those types of queries that are not generally asked on Google. Like most of the time, ang ang niche kasi nahabol namin is the stuff na hindi mo mahanap sa Google, hopefully mahanap mo sa iOS.
In today's digital world, your organization needs more than just technology. It needs a strategic partner. At Symph, we build web and mobile apps that drive innovation for startups, enterprises, and organizations worldwide. Visit symph.co today.
Still filling out loan applications for your business?
Yeah.
Thought so.
Save your time. Grow your business. With Credit Hero, one online application gets you loan offers from multiple lenders. Apply for a business loan now. Visit credithero.com.
Okay. Yeah, but I think because Google has been a very parang go-to siya na for any general question. I think even ChatGPT. So maybe nga yung questions na tinatanong ng mga tao kay Google tsaka kay ChatGPT very general purpose. And at the same time, if correct ang mag-aalala ko, medyo siya nagfi-feed na learning din siya based on the questions, based on the keywords or ang tawag dito, the triggers. So nagiging general purpose talaga yung gamit nila. But while at the same time, if you need very specific or very professional nga na verified questions or verified answers, that's where you want to enter. May question na kagad tayo no from the audience. Shoutout lang natin yung question. Sean Raynon. At I think kadugtong lang din ito. Give me 3 reasons why I need iOS versus Perplexity or ChatGPT. I think you gave one na eh. One being very general, kumbaga you want to be more specific ano. May dalawa pa bang reason? Siguro just to ano no. I'm thinking kasi it can be also in ano eh. Well, I think number one nga yung precision or parang I actually think those are two things pala ano. Precision, when you ask a professional question, you get a professional answer, not some kung ano-ano. Second, straight sa verifiable source. Kasi actually that's true. I think Reddit nga ang primary na kinukuhanan ni ChatGPT ng ano kasi
Yeah.
there's a big volume of information there eh. And I'm thinking, madami pa ibang factors eh. Like for example, ChatGPT, meron yung business model eh, ChatGPT Plus. Maybe may factors yung cost, no? Baka yung sa inyo pala mas efficient, mas mura. Or also yung speed or something like that. Or like maybe yung sometimes kasi you have to iterate pa kay ChatGPT before you get the correct answer. So baka kay iOS it's very mas straightforward. So ano pa yung reasons?
We want to add and also emphasize no that iOS is privacy focused, meaning like we do not collect specific like user data or user behavior. Ganun kasi yung general business model ng mga ibang providers. Like Google is a grand example. Perplexity also, I think they're doing the same. Like basically they know your identity, they know your demographic, and they track every user behavior as part of in exchange for searching on their platform. At iOS, our goal is not to do that. We provide you the accurate answers, but we do not want to collect your age, your gender, or kung saan location ka nagsa-search. Other than, of course, for security purposes, because we want to prevent hackers from taking advantage of iOS for purposes outside what it's supposed to be.
Actually, let me add lang din if I may ano. Well, I actually use ChatGPT to ano to get I think many people do this naman, even Claude no, to do reports for my work no. So kumbaga professional work. And I'm actually afraid na when I feed because minsan tatamad na ako eh. I mean I just put in the data, I just put in the CSV, the Excel file, the images. And then because I want to be efficient in my work, gusto ko tapos na agad. But at the same time, I'm actually feeding information to for example, ChatGPT, to the company behind. I know meron naman yung mga data privacy policies no, like they will just use the aggregation. Well, first of all, yung personal data mo, they will just use that for you. They say that they just use that for you para mas madali, mas ma-answer kagad ni ChatGPT for example yung queries mo. But second, they have that policy na ang gagamitin lang nila for public use is yung aggregated. They will never attach private information to specific data. They will but they can actually aggregate. I think yun yung not loophole naman no, pero yung ganun yung ginagawa ni Meta, ni Facebook ano. They are not giving away the data per individual, but they are selling or some I mean those are some issues back years back. They are giving away yung aggregated data. What do you think pa about that?
Kasi most of it din, I think the reason behind yung ganun yung mga business model ng mga company or ganun sila mag-collect is because that's how they're trained their LLM models. So essentially, they need those information to at least train or pre-train their models para mag-improve and that sort of thing. But it's not really if you're focused on your privacy or your you know hold mo yung privacy mo, that's not really a good thing for you. At the same time, for iOS naman, we just want to like focus on answering your questions other than collecting or engaging or make it more engagement para to gather more users or to gather let's say ads in the future, right? Kasi right now ChatGPT has this ad model na. Essentially even Perplexity might go there then. That's why they're collecting the data for, that's what you call like profile tracking para for those kind of business model. For us naman, um one of the factors na okay, you choose iOS is, other than the privacy one, is we want we want you to be confident din sa mga answers na binibigay ni iOS. That's why in our uh system right now, we have a confidence score, and where iOS can give you the confidence score of the sources that it gives you. Para ikaw na rin ang mag-judge if okay, is this the sources that I want to put it on my work? If not, okay, let me do another query or another prompt, diba? So basically, we're not trying to be like a AI chatbot to help you write stuff or create documents for you, that sort of thing. The job that we're trying to work at is, let us help you find the right answers. Let us find you the sources that you needed. So that's the thing na what we're striving about. If you're like looking for ways na okay, let me pass into write research papers, that sort of thing. Uh, we're not in that sphere. We're not that
Eh,
outrageous.
yeah.
So
So
basically,
yeah.
we're trying to help you verify yung mga nilalagay mo sa research mo, and let us help you cite those sources.
Ah,
I yeah. I
go
want
ahead.
to add to that, and we employ something like an opt-in, but instead of tracking the users or collecting information about the users, we give you an option to maybe track your search history, pero opt-in yon. Like you choose that to have your search history on record. At the same time, kasama na dun yung feedback system. So we've added a lot of feedback features to allow users to say like, ay, parang hindi accurate itong source or mali itong source, and then they can rate it from like 1 star to 5 star, or if the result that iOS provides from the search, which Nico will demo later, is accurate or not, pwede rin kayo mag-leave ng feedback.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I think I think kumbaga ang the value that you're proposing is actually beyond the search engine, going straight sa sources, going straight sa sources.
Yeah, yeah.
Now no, I want to ask about the business model, pero let me step back a bit lang
Mm.
Paano nagsimulang naisip niyong gawin si iOS? I mean, you might have encountered a specific I think you might have encountered a specific challenge, problem na parang yeah, so kumbaga can you elaborate saan nagmula yung idea and why research? Kumbaga why for research or for professional work?
Okay, I'll try to make it short, pero I'll try, but the whole story kasi niyan is back in 24, I was building, I was trying to learn AI. So ang first tool na nagawa ko is si Aiko, which is ang original purpose niya talaga is maging AI search engine. Pero once I develop it, then nag-boom yung ChatGPT. It became, instead of a AI chatbot, naging instead of naging AI search engine, naging AI chatbot. Essentially, when I launched Aiko, it became more of people are using it as a search rather than being an AI assistant. So when that road end, I decided na okay, around December of last year, I was looking for a co-founder to really help me build an AI search engine for research, because yung mga users ni Aiko is mostly researchers and students, and that's what I saw. I think mainly 100 users na nag-try kay Aiko that time. So mainly ang ginagawa lang talaga nila is a search. mainly educational purposes, research purposes. So I found those needs. Kasi anong nangyari, the original thought of Aiko, it should ang original parang thesis niya is to become a really helpful AI assistant. Ang nangyari, users na sobrang I don't wanna say sobrang galing or sobrang maayos, pero mas maayos yung search uh, feature ni Aiko kaysa sa ChatGPT that time or Gemini. Kasi ChatGPT, Gemini parang baguhan pa lang ata sila nun or like year running. But Aiko, dahil intended niya is search engine, mas naging focus yung users, mas naging reliable yung users kay Aiko for search. So around December at the time, I was trying to look a co-founder to really hone this AI search engine para hindi na naman ako lumayo sa path. And that's where Phil reached out to me on. I think we met in Startup PH. Yeah,
That's correct.
we met in Startup PH. Then
Another
we,
Facebook
we
group yun.
yeah, yes sir. So we talk and have a conversation, and surprisingly, the first initial conversation that we have is not really how do we build this technology, but more so, okay, how can we like help users, yung mga past users ni Aiko, to really hone it down to what type of research, are they doing, what type of sources that they're looking for, and essentially we boils down to, okay, instead of trying to compete with Google, which is completely impossible, or trying to compete with Perplexity, why not build this technology for a specific niche and for specific users na that really really needs yung verified sources or verified answers, that sort of thing. And we met, I think, Phil on the second week of December, third week of December. Phil went to the Philippines. We have this incredible conversation, and again, the first conversation we have in person is not really about iOS per se, but more on getting to know each other, the hobbies that we have in common, the the things na essentially Phil and I are like programmers, right? So the technology and the new tech is arriving in Silicon Valley and here in the Philippines. Yun na talaga mostly tinok about na pinag-usapan namin. And that's why we click. So when we resume work around January, we double down on doing search engine for researchers, for analysts, for essentially for high knowledge professionals. So that's where iOS comes in. That's where like yung name iOS, it came around, I think, mga last part na ng last year, because we're really trying to uh bring down the essence of iOS or the technology itself. Kasi AI is incredibly huge right now. And we're not trying to go to this trend na dahil AI is dito kami pupunta, but more so we saw this technology more so to help people talaga to synthesize, or at least help them get the verified answers. So that's the like
Yeah.
that's the origin of iOS.
Yeah, if I may ask lang daw before Phil, baka may dadagdag si Phil eh. How do you spell Aiko? Parang I'm curious ngayon, parang gusto ko siyang i-search and
Oh, it's AIKO.
AIKO, and live pa ba siya?
Hindi na.
Hindi mo na.
Kasi when I launched Ico Pro, nobody wants it. Kasi
Magbabayad na, 'pag magbabayad na.
magbabayad na, yeah. Pag magbabayad na kasi, ang I think yung Ico kasi, yung free tier niya, yung freemium model niya, it already has search. Then kapag yung Ico Pro, dun na yung papasok yung image generation, document generation, that sort of thing.
Right.
So mostly people technically doesn't want it pa at
Okay.
that time.
What year was this? What year? Ang bilis ng AI, no? Grabe.
Yeah, true.
What
This
year?
was around
24, di ba? You
24,
mentioned
grabe, ang
24.
bilis,
yeah,
no? Kasi, ang,
24 siya nag-end.
if I may add my interpretation, which is that
Ay,
leading to
24
my
siya
next
nag-start.
question.
Mm.
I have another question lang muna ulit, no? When
Mm.
you did ICO, anong klaseng tao, you said may mga researchers na gumagamit? Mga students ba to or mga graduate or parang scholars ba? I mean for scholastic research ba? Or mga professionals ba like working for some company? Yeah, can I ask lang muna yun?
Mix.
Mixed.
Yeah, so mix. So
Mm.
student, then mostly researchers. What I mean is
Okay.
researchers is doing masterals, doing PhDs.
Okay, I see.
Some
So
of it
academic
naman,
research,
yeah,
kumbaga.
academic
Okay,
research
okay.
talaga.
Okay, now ito yung question ko and parang ano, kung isipin mo kasi basically well, meron bang deeper question ano? Basically kasabayan niyo yung si ChatGPT, nagkataon talaga ang bilis nila ChatGPT,
Yeah.
Claude, Perplexity, Google, Gemini. Kumbaga and come to think of it, si ChatGPT rin kumbaga halo siya ng chatbot, ChatGPT nga eh, and ngayon people use it for search eh. Kumbaga 'di ba, I mean people use it for search so parang natural yung gano'ng evolution na sa una chatbot assistant yung ano, pero I mean parang chatbot style pero apparently dun na nag-search mga tao ngayon. Now, my next question is ano, well actually kasi if I may share din ano, I actually studied AI din eh. So I did research in Taiwan. So meron tayong 2 levels, eh. Ako andun kasi ako sa theory, eh. Andun ako sa theory ng machine learning, yung mga as in mga matrices, yung mga yung likod ng mga transformers, LSTM as in the math behind it. But wala akong alam sa yung ngayon, yung sobrang bilis ngayon na on the com sci side, on the on the developer side na parang apps siya beyond, those AI machine learning theories. Now ang question, si Ayos, meron ba siyang underlying na AI model or andun din nag-build din kayo ng underlying AI model or you just build on top or kino-combine niyo yung mga existing na AI models? Do you get my question? And kumbaga, yeah, and
Yeah.
may question din kasi dito, eh, ayan. What's the
Yes.
tech stack and AI powered by
Mm.
which model if I may ask?
Sige, I can provide the tech stack later, pero ang initial, explain ko rin yung initial, tech stack na pinili namin kasi, since we started like January, February this year 'no, uh, we did we decided not to go full in kasi, with search and research, the underlying technology is called RAG. Kung narinig niyo sa AI, RAG, Retrieval Augmented,
Hmm.
Generation. So, bale may magse-search ka, you have a bunch of documents, mga PDF, mga website links, mga search links na pagsasama-samahin mo sa isang database. And then you have the AI to process, to understand that entire database and give you the right answers. So that is the high level explanation ng RAG, no? We wanted to do something like RAG, but we realized na medyo ano siya, in terms of the scale, medyo expensive pa at this point for an MVP, like a minimum viable product. So right now building we are using different services and then building add-ons
Hmm.
on top of those layers.
Yeah,
No? So
I get it.
like sa Google kasi like initially they have like a scrapers, they have the bots to search the internet, and then they do ranking and indexing and all those stuff. At this point, hindi pa kami ganun ka-capable to do the ranking and indexing and the RAG stuff. So right now we're building on top of some like search provider, which provides us with the web links, uh, reliable web links. And what we do is we process those links and try to find the connections to make sure they are consistent. So yun yung explain ni Nico na synthesis.
Okay.
And then yung mga fact checking and confidence, yun yung part na ginagawa namin.
Yeah. If I may add lang din ulit 'no. Actually,
Yes.
correct me if I'm wrong, sa mga mas expert dito and I think you guys know a lot more than me then. For me kasi, correct me if I'm wrong, everyone pati sa mga nakikinig, sa mga ano, ang pagkakaintindi ko sa sa AI research or AI startup ecosystem now, meron lang ilan na ano, yung AI yung I think less than 10 na talagang AI models. And all the other AI startups, whatever, they just build on top of those. And correct me if I'm wrong again, sobrang dami niyan, thousands, more than thousands na startups, so they just build on top of those. But doon ang for me, doon nanggaling yung prompt engineering na ano, na field, kasi on top of those AI models, as you said nga kanina 'no, for example, Google, mahabang process naman yan, hindi naman yung search page rank algorithm, yun lang. Meron pa yang et cetera, et cetera. Gano'n din dito, when you build on top of those existing AI models, user defined prompts and then, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not expert on that field, eh. Kumbaga fini-filter, ine-enhance, shini-shift, whatever, para makuha para kumbaga yung startup or yung tech mo is mas, applicable dun sa user that you want. Do you have anything to add there or
Yes, yes. I want to add that kasi common knowledge kasi ng mga tao when they say ChatGPT or Claude, 'di ba? Ang common understanding nila is ChatGPT is the model, right? And model with the UI na chat interface, right? Things have evolved over the past maybe 6 months to 1 year na hindi lang underlying model yung pinag-uusapan natin. There is an additional layer in modern Silicon Valley terms, they call it a harness, no? Bale, may model ka kasi yung basic model, it's called LLM, large language model. Yun yung mga tinatawag na Sonnet, sa Claude yung Sonnet, Opus,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sa ChatGPT, it's GPT-4, GPT-5.
Yes.
So those are the models, yung mga
Yeah.
DeepSeek, 'di ba? DeepSeek, those are the models. On top of those models, may bini-build din yung mga companies ng ChatGPT, right? And companies ng Claude. May bini-build din silang programming logic on top of that.
Yeah.
So the LLM by itself may be smart, but it's not the smartest. Bale ano lang siya, parang magaling lang siya mag-memorize. 'Pag binigyan mo ng data, tapos sabihin mo tatanungin mo, kumusta ano yung reading comprehension mo, 'di ba? I want to test your reading comprehension. Tatanungin kita ng question, bibigay niya sa'yo yung sagot. Pero, with ChatGPT now, when you try to do search, right? It's doing more than just asking questions. ChatGPT builds an additional layer, yung tinatawag nilang harness, that will process that logic. Kumbaga, yung user, pag nag-type siya ng isang, let's say, naghahanap ka ng search using ChatGPT, di ba? May query ka, yung query, ina-analyze muna ng ChatGPT or yung company, OpenAI, whether ano yung gustong gawin ng user. Okay, gusto ba niya mag-search? Gusto ba niyang bumili ng item? Gusto ba niyang magsulat ng code? 'Di ba, yung mga nagra-write ng code? Or gusto lang niya mag-research, right? So, there's that layer na pina-process nila yung intent or intention or yung kumbaga ano yung goal ng user. And from that goal, they will either let the LLM, yung GPT-4, GPT-5 or Sonnet, they will let that LLM process it. But in the middle of that, may instances na parang like let's say the user will ask like what is the weather today, 'di ba? Gagawin ng ChatGPT is i-analyze niya yung kung anong ibig mong sabihin ng today, anong ibig mong sabihin ng weather, right? And based on those things, they will break it down And this is not the GPT or the LLM that's working. This is not the AI that's working. This is actual like engineering code that
Mm.
that processes your intention. Tapos pag sabi mo gusto mo ng weather, di ba? Maghahanap ako sa AccuWeather.com or Google Weather or something. And in order to do that, it will have to execute code that is not AI code. This is just regular, minsan C++ code or, PHP code that will fetch the weather information from a certain website. Let's say Google. Ba? So kukunin na yung information and then it has other tinatawag natin context that's available. So there's weather, there's today. So today, check niya kung anong day today, di ba? June 22, 2006. And then based on that information, magpo-pull siya from different sources. And then once na na-pull na yung results from that sources, idudugtong niya and then itatanong niya sa LLM.
Mm.
And then after that, the LLM will respond with some, a reply or a summary. And then ipaprocess din nila yung summary and then yun yung babalik sa user as the answer.
Oo. Yeah.
So
So
I'd
mas
like to add,
mm,
So I would like to add then na like I think if yung viewers natin ngayon is like looking for what specific type of model ng LLM ang gamit namin, we really don't have one na per to a
Mm.
certain, okay, we use, let's say, GPT 5.5 or uh let's say Opus 4.6. We really don't have that specific LLM models. What we do is we're honing our own like LLM model from open sources para kahit
Mm.
papaano we can identify on which LLM model works for us or work for this specific answers or synthesized answers, that
mm,
sort of thing. So in that case, we're not, hindi ko naman sinasabi na we don't use like yung mga uh like big names LLM models, but more so what we're trying to do is to build on or at least use LLM models that can help users to synthesize or at least process the information. Kasi I think
yeah.
yung knowledge kasi ng uh, users or at least general users ng AI is when I do searches on, let's say, ChatGPT or Cloud, iniisip nila alam na to ng LLM model. So pina-process lang to ng LLM model, which is not the case. Which is yun naman din yung explain ni Phil na it takes a lot of certain process pa and drag process to give users the right information and give yung verified answers or sources. If that makes sense.
Trust the digital future with Twala. Secure and tamper-proof digital signature. Electronic notarization service. And custom AI agents for intelligent document workflows. Visit twala.io to learn more.
Meet Lala, a freelancer who chose Gig Genius. Unlike many platforms that make freelancers pay just to apply, Gig Genius was built to put skills first, not spending. No pay-to-apply barriers, no bidding fees, just safer opportunities through dual system verification. Ready to experience the difference? Visit giggenius.io and join Gig Genius today.
Yeah. Actually, ang tingin ko nga dito sa landscape ng AI tech na ito now, well, yung the models, GPT-4, GPT-5, Opus, Sonnet, etc. Mahirap mag-compete diyan eh kasi they are kumbaga tsaka ano yun eh, years of research tsaka very 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 hindi yun yung gold gem ng mga eh. Pero people can compete on the layer above. And correct me if I'm wrong parang siguro the fact that you don't have an underlying LLM per se means you can adapt. Kunyari magkaroon ng GPT-7, GPT-8,
Exactly.
GPT-9,
Yeah.
i-adapt nyo,
Exactly.
i-adjust nyo dun, no? So, parang for me nga for me, correct me if I'm wrong, yung science part, yun yung models, yung underlying models. That's the science, the theory.
Mhm.
Then yung taas, yung tong application layer na 'to, ito engineering, and that's where you
Yeah.
come in. You engineer the logic, the process that comes connected to the kumbaga ito utak yung models, and then
Mm.
yung engineering yun yung mga kamay or whatever other organs ng katawan na magde-deliver ng mismong function na
Correct.
gustong mangyari. Maybe parang ganun yung
Saktong-sakto.
analogy.
Saktong-sakto. Kasi
Tama,
let's
tama.
say if in the let's say some companies are trying to build their own large language model, right? Or even let's say here in the Philippines, merong startup dito na nagbi-build talaga sila ng sarili nilang LLM models. In our like experiences, if you really want to build LLM models, faster enough na hindi mo mag-take a tons of like millions of pesos for servers, data, and sort of thing.
Data centers.
You might wanna to fasten those build up ng LLM, you have to get from open sources. Let's say dito na papasok yung from Mistral. Mistral has this open source LLM model that you can download then process mo maging inference mo yung sa computers mo. Or let's say ano ba mga DeepSeek, yung
DeepSeek.
mga ganun. Yeah. So yun yung way na para to fasten and lessen the expenses mo pag-build ng sarili mong LLM models. But in general speaking, if yung users talaga really wants to know what's our underlying LLM models, we can't really say na at this point ito yung LLM model namin. We're really trying to adapt on which is really help us build or help us give users the right answers. Kasi not all this is from our experience building Ayos. Not all LLM models are really fitted for doing AI search engine kasi some of it are too slow to process, to understand. Other LLM models naman, it's hard for them to fathom na maraming information, tapos yung information is magbibigay sila ng confidence score na let's say 10-20%. So not all big LLM names are really
Yeah.
applicable in this line of work.
Saka may iba overkill, like parang
Exactly, yeah.
hindi mo kailangan ng ganun kamahal or ganun kalaking model to solve a simple problem, right?
Mhm.
So we do switch up our models depending on the specific use case. In our case, it's the evaluating the search, fact checking, synthesis. So far yun.
Yeah, so far yun talaga. Oo.
Yeah.
Yung tech
Very
stack namin.
Anyway, ayun I think mahaba-habang discussion na yun sa tech.
Yeah,
Mag-chill muna tayo at puntahan muna natin yung some stories behind and maybe some backgrounds. Ngayon,
Yeah.
parang very curious ngayon sa backgrounds ninyo Siguro Nico muna, can you share background bago pa kay Aiko? And parang ano yung background mo maybe sa AI, something programming maybe, and then what led you to start a startup? I mean, you could have gone to a corporate job, whatever. But why? So ano yung background mo and why do Aiko and then Ayos and then later Phil?
So in college, I took entrepreneurship in De La Salle, De La Salle DASMA.
Dasma,
No,
Cavite.
DASMA, yeah. So at that point, I think at the early age, I really wanna do startups. Kasi I'm really a big Steve Jobs type of guy. You know what I mean? I'm a Steve Jobs fan. But at the same time, I wanna do something that I'm really trying to solve a certain problem. Kasi how do I put this? When I was like in my like they call this learning phase, I think. Yeah. My learning phase ko is I wanna solve problems na instead of complaining, I wanna solve it on my own. That type of thing. So yun yung nag-led into okay, I wanna go to entrepreneurship to at least help study help me study business, that sort of thing. So I dropped out early because I started a logistic company. with my college friends. Both of my college friends finished their studies. I didn't kasi I wanna put my foot on the ground as early as possible. Then that logistic company, I transitioned from logistic company into an AI company due to the fact na I was I was a programmer at an early age, and AI around 22, I think. I read ChatGPT when I was in college. That was 2015, right? Tama ba? 2015, 2016.
May mga research papers na ba nun about ChatGPT?
Yeah, yeah. That's how that's how I process talaga information, especially in tech. Ganun ako kaano sa tech, so I do read research and stuff. So anyway, when ChatGPT popped in around 22, I was curious enough to to at least learn on how to program it. Kasi my background in programming is really a website development. Like like static websites, social networks, that sort of thing. So focus on user generated, not not building an AI tool pa. So I learned, I think I took around 6 months to learn AI, to program AI. It took me 6 or 4 solid months to learn Python before I transition into, okay, develop my own AI, that sort of thing. And malaking tulong rin yung Cursor for new programmers out there. Yeah. Up and then I was curious enough to explore how AI really works. As in yung like yung background niya on how LLM mind works or that sort of thing. Then when I developed Aiko, initially I wasn't really intent to publish it. Gusto ko lang is para sa akin lang, but na-curious kasi yung mga pinsan ko, yung girlfriend ko at the time. So binigay ko sa kanila yung link, up until na wala na, marami na ng gustong gumamit. So instead of instead of um hoarding it, that AI tool, I just like uh bought a domain, uh use AWS para makapag-share sa iba't ibang tao. Then yeah, doon nag-umpisa yung like tech journey ko, that sort of thing. And the reason why uh I'm into tech, I'm not really sure why I'm into tech, but it really fascinates me on how the technology works. Yung hindi yung how users use it, but more so on the background and na, okay, the LLM model works at this certain way. Or for example, in computers, right? Um, I'm really curious about how GPUs works and how GPU helps AI inference, that sort of thing. So in terms of that, that's my whole journey behind the my startup journey, that sort of thing.
Yeah, actually, sobrang amazed din ako dun, sa GPU, graphics processing unit, graphics, for games siya originally. Pero nagamit siya for AI. And ang pagkaintindi ko, if I may lang, it's the parallelization, yung capability niya to process
Yeah.
matrix multiplications actually.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yun kasi if you're like, let's say in a game, 'di ba? Mostly like in three-dimensional siya. So it really needs, matrix computation, or at least what do you call this? May math yun eh. Can you help me, Phil?
Ano yun, floating point operations.
Yeah,
Yung
floating
basta
point operation,
mga may
yan.
decimal.
Yeah, decimal
yeah,
point.
gets.
Mga
Yun yung
decimals.
nasa isip ko.
Oo.
Doon magaling kasi yung GPU. Kasi let's say CPU can process bits and zeros individually, parang singularity lang. For GPUs, it can do multiple things. It can do computation ones and zeros in a multitude of ways, which is doon malaking tulong yung AI inference.
Yeah. Sige, si Phil naman.
Ako naman.
Masyado
Ako
tayong technical and deep eh. Sige.
Sorry.
yeah. Ako naman matagal na rin ako in the industry. So I graduated from Ateneo,
Mm.
Katipunan.
Mm.
After that, sa Philippines pa ako. I worked as consultant under a company na I think Oracle Philippines was acquired by Oracle Philippines. So consultant. And then kasama na dun yung pa-travel-travel kasi may projects kami sa US, sa Europe, ganun. And in the process, ay na-assign ako sa US. And during that process din, parang nagustuhan ko yung work-life environment sa US na, you know, hindi at that time hindi nag-o-overtime mga tao. Tapos pasok sila, seryoso yung trabaho, uwi sila 5:00, 6:00. And then over time, I transition from consulting to web development. In the process, yung mga career change ko, partly I also do like self-taught din ako. Sarili ako nag-aral ng Turbo Pascal and C++, PHP, like lahat yan self-study. We did not really learn most of that in school. And so that kind of got me into these different opportunities. Ang first opportunity ko sa US after consulting was game development. So I was part of a company that did social gaming, and it was acquired by Disney, like the Walt Disney. And then over time, I progressed from gaming to other industries. And most years, it's either gaming or yung most recent one was cybersecurity. So I was able to get a position at Palo Alto Networks. Kung yung mga sa security dyan, alam niyo yung medyo big name siya. Hindi, sa mga security. For most people, they don't know the company at all. Anyway, but I had some really good experience working at a cybersecurity company, also as web developer. And then most recently lang, I thought about this whole AI trends, and part of trying out startups is also learning experience. So mahirap matuto ng AI habang nagwo-work ka sa isang company unless na dun ka ilagay sa project na yun. So, that's the time na na-encounter ko rin si Nico through Startup PH, and we decided to work on it full-time. At the same time, learning experience na rin sa akin for AI technologies and other technologies na di pa ako familiar.
So full-time pala kayo now dito kay Ayos? I mean,
Oo.
so now na nag-combine powers kayo, wow. What do you expect really? I mean, parang on the business side din, and maybe if you might connect na rin yung business model. Now, how do you plan to execute this startup kumbaga? Yung tech side and yung business side, both of that. So how do you plan to go?
So business side, our business model is subscription based. So we're intent on giving users the ability to, there's a flexibility na they want to subscribe for a higher tier or depending sa demands sa job nila. At the same time, the our focus right now is to at least have a product na it is capable for the enterprises area, and where they might need a RAG system or a search engine na help them pull up their own information na nasa databases nila to process and analyze para yung workers nila or employees nila na nagdo-do, like, let's say, an analyst thesis. It can help them pull out the right sources in their own databases, that sort of thing. So that's our goal. And one of the reasons bakit subscription based siya, kasi we value privacy more than this tech company in the US or in this big tech companies, kasi one of the reason na they're doing that is just to get more engagement or users to surfing. Our focus is to give more use privacy at our own cost, and we have this saying na we don't make money unless you see us valuable. So that's
Mm.
our main focus talaga.
Mm.
So sa technical side naman, right now it's web application bale may website na pupuntahan kayo, and then at the same time yung ano rin siya, mobile friendly, responsive. So makikita mo rin, pwede mo rin i-load yung website sa cellphone niyo, and then makakapag-search ka rin from your cellphone. Eventually, wala pa kaming clear plans right now kung saan kami magpo-progress. Kasi magkaiba yung progression roadmap sa, let's say, sa Philippine market, and iba rin
And
yung
the US
progression
market.
roadmap sa US market.
Very
Because sa
much.
US market, sobrang different. To give you an overview, no. Sa US market, when I ask people about iOS, like I show them the app, I demo, the first thing they ask me is, can my OpenClaw, kung alam niyo yung OpenClaw, can my AI use your
agent.
iOS?
Yeah.
Right? So hindi na tao yung nag-a-access, yung gusto mag-access kay iOS. Mga AI na ang gusto mag-access kay iOS. So they're thinking of, can we provide them that type of service? And a computer, it's a different interface to build, right? Kasi
Mhm.
if we're building for humans, where you're building visually, gawa ka ng webpage, gawa ka ng, advertisement, TV commercial, or mga ganun, all sorts of things. Pero kung yung gagamit ng service mo ay AI na, hindi na applicable itong mga TV
Yeah.
commercials, di
Yeah,
ba?
yeah.
So
Hindi na.
so we have to rethink that approach in our roadmap. Pero for now, we're targeting humans. So webpage, mobile app, iPads, tablets, still good. We're probably looking to expose the API siguro kung may developers in the future na gustong gamitin ng iOS for their specific searching needs, like internal or external.
Actually, ang dami ko tuloy naisip dun sa ano 'no, kumbaga nung binanggit mo yung difference na US startups actually tsaka Philippine startups, and very ano, very, um, actually I think very different if you will launch sa US and if you will launch sa Philippines. Correct me if I'm wrong again, sa mga nakikinig, correct me if I'm wrong. Ang pinagtataka ko kasi even before sa US, Silicon Valley style, they don't care much pa about the business model, about how some startups, get revenues agad-agad. For example, ang daming mga apps na naa-acquire na wala naman talagang direct na business model. Well, Snapchat di pa naman siya I'm not sure actually, pero wala siyang direct na pagkakakitaan ng company. Ah, for example din, when Facebook acquired WhatsApp, um, ang nakikita ko tuloy sa Silicon Valley style, US style, they acquire or parang they look at startups, um, depending on if it will add value to their current startup or their current tech. So parang kinoko na nako-combine yung mga startups. Philippines kasi, if correct me if I'm wrong, this is just my interpretation, very consumer centered. Philippines is very consumer naman talaga tayo, eh. Kaya ang gagana for me, I think, sa Philippines, kaya din hindi malakas sa Philippines, I think, yung parang acquire, yung ganong style na Y Combinator style na, parang 8% equity, how many US dollars. Kasi for me, if tama ang interpretation ko, Philippines, mas mahalaga mag-earn kaagad ng revenue kasi Filipinos are kumbaga, andun yung market ng ano, ng Philippines, eh. Maybe mali yung interpretation ka, pero I think lang, if you will launch sa Philippines, you have to build a business model na yun nga, consumer facing, talagang may model directly magbabayad yung mga consumers, subscription style, para sila Claude, 'di ba? Actually ano yun, eh, pipili ka kung, I mean, iba-ibang you can choose pa nga the underlying model, eh, if Opus, Max, or whatever. And then yung credits na magagamit depende ba dun ano, yung cost book actually ano. But if you will explore the US side, I think parang magiging ano ka provider ng technology, provider ng ano, provider ng tech stack or provider ng
Yeah.
infrastructure actually behind. So,
Yeah.
sige, go ahead.
I can provide my opinion on that, no. Kasi since I've worked in the Philippine work environment long time before, sa Philippine market or Asia market, gusto makita ng mga investors or gusto makita ng mga tao na proven and established na yung company. Na you have users, kumikita ka na, may revenue, tapos kumbaga established na.
Like may
Sa
active users ka na
US,
rin talaga.
Tsaka
right, so active
may
users.
consistent na revenue source.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sa US kasi ang tingin nila is futures. So, ang idea mo ba or itong product mo ba ay kikita pa siya after 5 years or after 10 years?
Yeah.
So, if you look closely, no, yung Claude saka ChatGPT, minsan mababasa niyo sa news that they're actually losing billions of dollars every year.
Yes,
Pero tuloy pa rin ang influx ng funding mula sa mga investors. Kasi ang naisip nila is yung idea na we fund this company because kahit napalugi sila this year is after 5 or 10 years, mababawi natin yan.
Yeah.
Classic case, segue ko lang na hindi non-AI company. If you think about Uber or Grab, the concept is about similar. Kasi nung nagsimula yung Uber, nagsimula yung Grab, they are operating at a loss. So, yung mga binabayad nyo sa Uber or Grab, hindi talaga kumikita yung company.
Oo nga
And then it's not until 5 or 10 years or even 20 years that na mababawi nila through, let's say, increase in prices or having more drivers and more passengers and more add-ons.
Oo.
So recently lang sila nakabawi.
Ang mura ng Uber dati, ngayon wala nang ganun.
Oh, yeah. Grab bought it.
Sa Philippines.
Grab na yun. Wala na Uber, pero may Grab. Pero similar yung idea.
Ang mahal ng Grab Anyway, pero gets actually yung mention ni Phil. Kasi feeling ko subsidized nga for the longest time. Yung sa Uber, kaya siya mura. Subsidized siya.
Right.
Ng investor money actually to be able to really penetrate the market. And once normal na siya, kill switch. Normal
Kailangan
switch
na
yung mga tao.
to make money, yeah.
Correct.
At the same time, I think din na in the Philippine market, other than we're consumer based, we're really, I don't want to say late, but we're not trying to use technology pa na hindi pa honed. Like we're really waiting for the feedback na okay, it really helped me to do this and that. Not really trying to okay, can this technology help me do that? Sa US side market kasi, not all US state naman, pero specifically in Silicon Valley, they're really trying new things or new innovations to okay, can this tech stack help me improve my life or improve my work, that sort of thing. In the Philippine market, it's very different in a way na you really have to be honed as a company na alam mo na yung identity mo, alam na yung product mo before the users wanna try it. Or at least some big names in the Philippines or some big name, let's say celebrity or influencers na it really, give the company name a thing or a solid thing na users can back on. At the same time, sa US market, like if you're looking for investors, there's like Y Combinator, this angel investor network, that sort of thing. And here in the Philippines naman, if you really try to find funding, that sort of thing, meron naman like Kick Ventures, the Ayala Group na investor, but there's a limited way in terms of how they process this. It's a limited way na how users use your technology, your tool, kung mag-improve ba siya sa life mo hindi, or it really attached to them. that sort of thing. That's
Yeah.
different things between the US and
Yeah.
Philippines US market.
Education is evolving, and so are we. Introducing School Tech by Edfolio, your all-in-one school management solution. Built for schools of all sizes, School Tech bridges the gap between school and learning management. Driven by passion, School Tech makes educational technology accessible, affordable, and easy to use for schools everywhere. With an integrated approach, School Tech simplifies management across different departments and enhances efficiency in operations. School Tech transforms the way schools manage, teach, and learn. School Tech, taking school management solutions to the next level.
Running a business? Make it smarter with Red Circle Global. Streamline operations, boost productivity, and manage everything in one powerful ERP system. Book your free business demo today at redcircleglobal.com, guided by one of our top experts.
Although now that you both, no, Nico and Phil have expounded, parang ano, hindi rin naman siya necessarily Philippines or US eh. Parang two different philosophies siya ng investors din eh, no, na parang
Exactly, yeah.
yeah. So I think those are different investing philosophies, no. Parang ano nga rin eh, tech, consumer, retail, something like that. But mahabang discussion pa yan. But
Yeah. Pero if you like, I want to expound. If you want to talk about market talaga, separating investor itself, the Philippines, the Filipino wanna use or wanna spend their money na makikita nila physically pa. So they're not really into that software thing pa. May pili, especially if kailangan sa
Yeah.
work. Pero if you're targeting na general consumer, if you're a startup pa na targeting a general consumer, it's very hard for you to succeed short term in terms of software. You really have to have like a physical thing or a hardware thing pa. Unlike sa US na uh you can like build an app for exercise or build a app for tracking your dog's health, that sort of thing. So yung pa yung in terms of market differentiation, it's widely different pa.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, ayun actually 1 hour na ang ating discussion. Maybe let's wrap this up na. Last question
Yeah.
na lang
Go,
Phil
go.
and Nico. So where although wala pang clear maybe na roadmap no, pero where are you taking this? Ano nga bang vision? Maybe tagalan natin 20 years. What do you see?
Ah.
What do you medyo mabilis ang AI eh, pero 20 years what do you see?
So we want iOS to be the leading AI search engine for professionals. So that's whether that's in legal, analyst, consulting, anything. We want to be the leading AI research, AI research tool for that. Down the road, let's say in 20 years from now, hopefully we're in a point where people use AI not just, being an AI assistant or more so as a tool. Hindi talaga siya for replacement for workers, which is yun din yung medyo hirap sa Philippines to to promote AI kasi their mindset is ito yung papalit sa kanila, ito yung technology na mawawala sila ng trabaho. Meron din naman ganun sa US but mostly sa Filipinos that really can't digest pa. But I wanna see in 20 years na iOS is a tool to help them do research, not just a replacement for them. We're a tool and we're good at being that research tool.
Phil, do you have anything to add?
Same, pretty much what Nico said. Like I think the goal is to make iOS a household name. Basically, when people talk about iOS, ito yung search research engine from the Philippines by these very ambitious guys.
Yeah.
And eventually, like, people just talk about it or just, it's everywhere. So ganun din yung goal. An additional goal to that is hopefully it will empower Filipinos to be able to discover or make parang groundbreaking research. Kasi ang napansin ko is madalas sa US lang nakakahanap ng groundbreaking research. Let's say naka-discover ng bagong prime number, yung pinakamalaking prime number, or naka-discover ng isang drug na pang-solve sa cancer. So hopefully that one day that will come from the Philippines, and hopefully iOS will be the one that's powering that initiative. That yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ganda naman nun.
That's the goal talaga. Kasi I think yung government ata ngayon meron ng tinatawag na supercomputer like quantum computer, like a mini quantum computer. Our thing is okay, there's a quantum computer na we want to be the one, or we want to be that company na exceed that process na sa dami na sandamakmak na documents, hundreds of documents and website links. We're the one who's helping them to scan those documents and synthesize it for them.
Sana lahat ng NSO data, yung mga census data, sana ma-scan nyo lahat at malagay lahat sa no, really.
Yeah,
Philippine, this can actually be for Philippine data nga eh. Housing data, agri data, industrial data,
Yeah.
census data na baka nga nasa store pa lang, andun pa lang sa phase na yun eh. Store, hindi pa na, I mean store as a paper, hindi pa na
Paper ba?
digitalize,
Paper ba?
and then digitalize,
Right.
format, prepare, synthesize, and then ano na siya,
Right.
siya na yung laman ni iOS, siya na yung pwedeng
Yeah.
yun pala
Hopefully.
that's three things pala so di ba may utak kanina, may yung LLM, yung model, and then iOS like yung engineering, the for the logic, the purpose. Yung din pala pwede nyo rin baguhin yung what you feed, the information you feed, and it can actually be kumbaga maybe Philippine whatever, Philippine specific data maybe or something like that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Teka, Nico,
I do have anything to add.
magde-demo ka pa ba?
Ayaw nga
Oh,
pala.
you wanna see
Sige.
the...
We can add the demo. Sige.
Alright. I wanna show you guys this one. Wait.
Mabilis lang yan.
Sa website yan, ios.com.
Mm-hmm.
Plug
Sige.
na rin natin yung website, www.aiyoos.com.
Ayun. AI, bakit pala ganun yung spelling, no? AIYOOS. Oh.
Can
Ayan.
you see it properly? Let's go.
Yeah. iOS
Okay.
is you want to know.
So, what are you curious about, Johnny? Let's try it.
Ang hirap naman ng
first.
Kung may question ka sa college na gusto mong tanungin na hindi mo matanong, na malalim.
Teka, hirap Wait
Okay,
lang.
so habang nag-iisip ka, so I want to share our interfaces if you can see
Sige.
here. If you wanna go to settings, unang-una, the default setting for the search history is off. If you want to turn it on para meron kang history na hawak na search mo, you can do this one. You can also download your history, your profile, that sort of thing, and you can also delete your account anytime. Going back, if let's
Sige.
say you wanna go to your history, this is our history. Ito yung mga pinagsa-search ko. What's TAM of
Pakita
enterprise
natin isang
market.
search.
Yeah. So pakita namin.
Isang query.
So let's say how many estimate knowledge workers globally, right, in 2025. Ito yung gagawin niya. Mag-analyze siya, synthesize niya, mag-fact check siya.
Ayun. Analyze,
magbibigay
synthesize,
siya.
fact check.
Yeah. So, magbibigay siya ng high confidence score ng 100% dahil sa mga sources ng mga to katulad niyan. This is for GitHub. This one is for Research Contrary. Then the other one is Digital Scheme Europa.eu. So basically, ito yung mga sources na pinipili niya. So let's say satisfied ka sa mga yon, you can go rate 5 stars.
Yun yung feedback system niya,
naman niya.
sinasabi.
Yeah. Then you can go this one. So let's say may nakalagay dito sources 2, mag-highlight na kagad niya kung ano yung link na yon, kung saan nanggaling tong link na to, that sort of thing. Yeah. So if we wanna do a follow-up, so what industries do the major knowledge work came from? So based on the first query, dun siya magsisynthesize. Ito yung context niya, di ba? So, after niyan, ito yung follow-up on this industry. So, magbibigay siya ng percentage na sectors. So, it goes consumers, technology, healthcare, industrial, finance, entertainment. So, magbibigay siya. Ngayon, to know the sources, dito makikita. Click lang din. Same lang din na pwede ka magbigay ng feedback and other things. Makikita rin kung paano kabilis yung search. For example, it takes 6 seconds to find this information, that sort of thing. Yeah. So let's search for what is startup PH. Wait lang, type. I have to put my microphone down.
Actually, I have a question, sige.
Go.
Kung okay lang to. How many, ilang startups sa Pilipinas? Ayan. Pwede ba yung ganun tanong?
Medyo general question na siya eh.
So parang more on you're looking for a percentage na eh. So for example, like in general, di ba, broad. So magbibigay naman siya ng answer and sources like 722 startups.
Anong source yun? Can I see? Ano yung source na una? Yung 722?
So these sources came from Startup
Link. Okay, yeah. That's yung
So,
reports. Yeah.
Yan yung reports niyan. Dito magagaling. Like we have like 2 unicorns, value at $1 billion. Yeah. So the Philippine startup ecosystem at 63 worldwide climbing spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what we are
About the other
seeing.
one, yung 14,000, saan galing to?
Okay. 13,000 dito. Ay, okay, advance natin.
Tracks
So,
and
hindi siya
that.
maglo-load. So hindi siya variable, I think. Yeah, it's private.
Sige, okay lang. Okay.
Anyway,
Natin bang-
yeah. Anyway, so halimbawa, it's a broad, diba? So it gives like a moderate confidence score of 60%. Why? Because some of the sources isn't really giving citation pa or variable citation, that sort of thing. So we're focusing on the fact check confidence score is based on the citation of the sources and the author of the sources.
So
that
yung
makes sense, right?
yung formula for the confidence score invention nyo yan, no? Kumbaga it's a formula that you created, right? Or no?
We came up with that. Hindi naman siya proprietary na
Okay.
formula. Basically, it's cross-checking lahat ng sources. In this case, I think we have like 4 or more than 4 sources. So, bawat source may content siya and may mga certain claims, mga certain statements, bawat source. And then, i-check lang namin yung consistency.
Okay.
Basically,
Yun
parang kung ito na-mention sa 10 sources, then 99% or 100% yung confidence.
Gets.
Pero kung na-mention siya sa isang source lang, tapos yung ibang source, baliktad yung sinasabi, so may conflict, bababa yung confidence score.
And that's exactly the logic that you apply. Yan yung engineering part.
Mm.
The
That's
layer
correct.
above the,
Yeah.
Oo.
Kasi
And
essentially,
yun yung
yeah. So
And then mas
essentially,
maganda kasi, mas makikita natin yung power ng iOS if we have like really technical questions. May iba kasi nagtatanong mga specific drug name, yung mga drug discovery para sa cancer or sa isang sakit. Ta-type nila yon.
Pwede bang Philippine history dyan? Pwede bang Philippine history na question?
yeah, go.
Philippine history,
Or
I
meron
think
bang
kaya.
ganyan?
Yeah, you wanna try it? Let's try it.
Yung Philippine history na malalim, as in yung walang nakakaalam.
Oh,
yeah.
Yun yung challenge eh. Kasi
Yun kasi
there's
talaga yung pinaka-challenge.
Meron
there's
ako tanong,
Philippine
sino yung-
history na nababasa mo sa history books, di ba?
Okay.
There's also history information na never mo makikita na hindi tinuturo sa school.
Yeah.
Pero may mga certain sources na ganun pala yung origin. Let's say tungkol kay Lapu-Lapu or
Yeah. Well,
like,
ako,
si
ano lang naman
Magellan
ako,
or something like
well,
that.
may recent lang, sino bumaril kay Ninoy Aquino? Hindi, tsaka, or kung ayaw niyo yun, okay lang ba yun? Pwede ba yun? Or ano? Or meron pa isang tanong?
Go.
Yung ano na lang, paano ba to? Hindi, about sa pagpapatay kay kay Andres Bonifacio, yan. How did Andres Bonifacio die? Sige, yun na lang, ganun lang.
Bonifacio. I hope I spelled Bonifacio correctly. Yeah, so it
Anong
gives
confidence
us a
score? 80. Okay.
80. So let's say let's click this one. Like na let's
80
keep it
ibig sabihin
preparing.
consistent yung mga sources na ganun yung
So
sinasabi.
yan, yung bibigay na sources. So i-click. So this is from Inquirer.
Ambeto Campo.
Yeah. But yeah, this is from
Oh, this is secondary
Inquirer.
source eh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if you wanna go deeper, let's say here, ito na rin eh. Ito yung Cantanduanes Tribune. Written by Attorney Rene John M. Velasco. So it mentioned here, this is your article. So again,
So
these are
over time,
mabibigay yung
ini-improve
confidence
din
level.
namin yung sources para
Mhm.
mas reliable namin mabibigay sa inyo.
Kasi the goal is not really give yung links. The goal is to give you the right information, whether that's in PDF, that's in docs. Kasi there's a lot of unreliable things on the web, especially if you're doing media stuff, right? So our goal is to give you the answers based on the right databases. Like for example, research databases. Let's say in UP databases, Harvard databases. Those academic researchers, whether that's from historical, uh, historical, medical, business side, as long as those research are viable and authored by this research institutions.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's iOS. You can like sign up today. It's totally free for now, and give us your feedback on what you think. What iOS can do for you, or how can we like improve iOS even more. Um, Basically we're still in a phase where you guys can uh help us push iOS where it needs to go other than what we think we needs to go. So you guys as our early users can help shape uh iOS in the future. And
Yeah,
that's it. Thank you
yun.
so much
Yun.
for that.
Yeah, so
Thank
website
you for
now.
having us.
Yeah, you can
Oo.
visit their website sa mga nakikinig, ios.com. And then nasa link din actually on how you register dun sa app. And then meron din silang Facebook page, facebook.com/ios, AIYOOS search, iOS search. Ayun, thank you very much, Nico and Phil sa ating
Thank you for having us.
mahaba-habang
Thank you
conversation.
for
And
having
actually,
us.
yeah,
Yeah.
very fun talking about these topics. Thank you very much.
Thank
Bye
you.
guys.
Thank you very much to our 68 patrons. This episode is super powered by Multibook Philippines, provider of cloud ERP and outsourced business services. Wonderbrand, data science-driven brand strategy and design for emerging markets. Aslex PH Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and more. Pahatid PH, B2B logistics solutions provider specializing in third-party logistics, micro-warehousing, and micro-fulfillment services. Digital Workforce Group, connecting Filipino professionals with global opportunities and helping businesses scale through recruitment, remote staffing, executive search, and more. Nascent Batteries, energy technology startup specializing in sodium-ion battery technology as a safer, more sustainable alternative to conventional batteries. Level Up Talent Solutions, delivering lean pro talents, highly trained, AI-ready, business-savvy professionals who plug into your operations and power your growth. Agile Data Solutions, the Philippines' fastest-growing market insights tech company with its data gathering platform Hustle PH. Cloud CFO, expert accounting, tax, and payroll services for SMEs and startups, using smart technology to deliver actionable financial insights. Architect Space Solutions, provider of ground station services, space data analytics, and technology supplies to grow the Philippines' role in the global space ecosystem. DV Code Technologies Incorporated, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. Argon AI, make smarter decisions by presenting both sides of an issue as argued by two distinct AI models. Pixel by ePayment, turn content into to opportunity, grow deeper connections, and earn more. Only with Pixel. Sign up at pixel.eplayment.co. School of Profits, Filipino-led community for aspiring freelancers, VAs, agency builders, and online earners built to help you start, grow, and earn online together. Hire Business Solutions, provider of the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. Smell Checks, streamline hiring and onboarding with automated background checks. This episode is powered by Nature Loop, Worldwide Shipping and Logistics and Starsky AI, Sirius MD, Airship Logistics, Pareto Consulting, Josie AI, Uplift Code Camp, Board Prep, Hanson Barley, East Point Business Outsourcing Services, Filipina Home-Based Moms, Alacon, Aquafeeds, One Algae, Grey Wolf Technologies, and Sugbodo. Support the podcast through the links in the description.